Let me just switch. See if everything is a-okay. Everything seems to be in order. Welcome to quarterfinals, TWA versus OM, game number 1 on loop. Let's get this show on the road. There is 3 casters on each side, so the maximum of 12 players, which means once we commence this ritual suicide, a lot of points will drop. Unfortunately, there is still not a proper spectator mode. There's still not a proper spectator mode, so we have to be doing this, which will, of course, drop the points down. But it's only 260, so no big deal. Okay, let's take a look at how the things are looking right now. We got Michonne in a Haku for TWA, Sniping Cat in a Montana, Anglestone in a Republique, Yoshi in his Hindenburg, Kinimod in Zhao, Double Moskwa by Blood Legend, and Idealine Christ, it's gonna kill me every time. Goat Wizard in his Gearing, and Slaughter in a Grozavoy versus Andrew in his Haku for OM, Icy Cream in a Montana, Panzo in a Conqueror. We got Hayam Biff in a Minotaur, Darkleina in Hindi, with Imperator of Chaos in a Hindi, Bananbiega in Moskwa, the Legend Begins in a Gearing, and Greif in his Gearing. So they both got some legends here. The Legend Begins and the Blood Legend. Right, so basically, what is that? Montana Republique, Montana Conqueror, Hindi Zhao double radar, Minotaur double Hindi, Moskwa so also double radar. Okay, so we'll see how they deploy at the beginning here. So far, oh, shots are already coming in. Usually when teams decide to put some ship here, it's usually a Des Moines or the Minotaur. Definitely not a Moskwa, and they always give them some sort of smoke screen. This time, Idea and Leitung. I think it's like an Idea Leitung or something, whatever. I'll just call him Leitung. Is without smoke. It's pretty brave. On the other side, we have a Minotaur here who already lost like a quarter of its HP, but that shouldn't be too big of a problem. Let's see the deployment. We got a Gearing and a Moskwa guarded by Republique in the middle. On the right sides, they only seem to be sending Zhao towards the sea cap, which I suspect he will just stay wide in this area and keep an open sides. I think this is a radar from the Moskwa coming in to spot the Greif as he tries to go into B, and not a single shell has landed. Not a single one. That's pretty lucky. That is pretty lucky, but the shells across the map, this is the gap that you have to be looking for. You think like you're in the safety here, but you're not really. Not really. This thing here, which I won't comment how it looks like, is basically the only real protection you have being in this area. So it's either this rock here, which exposes you from this side, or you have to be here, and then hopefully, you know, your team holds your ass, which in this case, it is the case. We have the Grozavoy securing A, and he's second now. I don't think it's contested. They will try to get him spotted with the planes, but I don't know if anyone's gonna be in a chance to even shoot him, yet alone reset him. So the A falls to TWA, the C in the meantime falls to OM. And besides the 2 middle ships, which is the Moskwa for TWA and that Minotaur for OM, there hasn't been really that much exchange of shots, although we do see that Republique is missing a chunk here, but he is sitting stationary in the open. Okay, so the OM send what? A Monty, a Hindi, a Moskwa, and I'm guessing a Destroyer to C. DD and a Mino. Probably smokescreen radar thing going on there. And they do secure B eventually. Okay, so the OM has the upper hand when it comes to... I think this Moskwa is eventually gonna need some smoke. I mean, it's a Moskwa. It's one HE spamming ship is gonna take forever, especially from this range, to be able to bring it down but... was that a repair? Was that really a repair? I'm not sure. Alright, the TWA is right now contesting B. I don't think anything is gonna happen from TWA on C here, as this is gonna be purely a kiting ZAO to slow them down and be a pain in their butts. With maybe a help of Republic as well, we'll see. But they are getting shelled pretty heavily. I think these guys... Could this really be the blind spots? No, he spotted. Those are way too accurate. He takes a couple of hits, but no damage, and he claims the B. So those shots were obviously ricochets. Pretty freaking lucky there. He literally could have been hit and reset it there. But nope. Alright, the TWA takes the lead then. I mean, looking at the points, that will change in a second. Oh, now this position is going to start being in trouble. Yeah, here we go. The smoke screen is finally happening, although, wow, that's a pretty neat move by Goat Wizard there. Talking about tight spots. But they have to be careful with the smoke screen as well now, because the Mino there, he's most likely the radar Minotaur. We will see how this development in B happens, but I do think that this delay tune here in his Moskwa is gonna go down eventually, unless he pulls back. Blood Legend in his Moskwa going forward again, leading the charge on one line. Getting some nasty angles here to shoot on the Klein, who thinks he's safe, but not really. Although he can, yeah, he can just hug the island here and be safe, no problem. So far a pretty passive game. I mean, both teams are taking it safe. They're testing each other out, they're poking each other, and they're taking a look what is going to happen, because if the OM wants to make a push over C, which they already hold, so there's not a real reason to, you know, sacrifice any ships there. Now there's a Gearing, ZAO, and a Republic here, so that's 3 ships. Is this going to connect? Nope. Greif is spotted in the middle by some planes. Incoming shots from the Moskwas and Hindis, and that's some shots landing. No big APs. No big APs by the Monty, luckily for him. But he is gonna want to disengage as soon as freaking possible from here, because... not the place you wanna be. Not the place you wanna be. Basically, the entire TWA team is available to shoot on this guy as long as he's spotted. There's still some incoming shots. He was about, what, 15k? Nope, they all miss. Yep. Alright, so far so good. Okay, so... TWA has B again. Has the ball. Alright, we'll see how long this actually lasts. We'll see how long this actually lasts before a major play is gonna happen from one of these teams. Right now, the Republic is the only one getting shelled, but that's a battleship, and he was assing all along. He can just full speed out of there. Oh, the carrier, the Andrew found the ZAO. Now it comes down to, is this ZAO AA built? And who's gonna outsmart who here? I think Goat Wizard in a Gearing is coming to assist the ZAO. Oh, maybe, no. Well, the planes are indecisive. Maybe they're just scouting. Maybe they're just scouting for Goat Wizard here himself. And the radar goes up. Let's see. The Legend Begins he wanted to recontest B and take it away, but nope, that's a radar. Couple of thousand of HP going down, but I do believe they actually saved his ass here. They should have either waited for these torpedoes to pass and then radar, or waited for these torpedoes to, you know, go here, and then he would be forced to leave himself, which would buy them even more time with that cap. In the meantime, Greif went all the way in A with no support. I don't know how smart this is. They did manage to get a hold of this cap, and now it's 2 caps to 1. Now the ball is again in TWA's hands to actually do something, but I mean, Blood Legend Moskwa, that's definitely in radar range. Look at that, less than 9 km away. I don't know. They need to extract Greif there as soon as possible. Although, let's be fairly honest, Blood Legend Begins seems to be all alone himself here, so I don't know. If I was If I was in the OM, I would definitely be redeploying my carrier to try and get rid of this Moskva to secure completely one side, one cap, one flank, RDD, no radar, one ship kill. That would be pretty sweet. In the meantime, now the radar is off. The legend begins, walks into B with his gearing, and now it's down to blind firing to maybe go and reset it. Which, oh, they are anticipating him pretty good. I for one thought that he'll be here, like going deep, but he's actually sticking. Is that really just one puff? Oh, that is not good. Did he just get resetted again? Okay, that's another buff. Now you can see which way he's moving. Yeah, they're trying to buy themselves as much time as they possibly can. Just blind firing in there. No luck so far. I would guess... Well, it's hard to guess really how someone is thinking. But if he was right at the edge here, those torpedoes... well, there's a big-ass gap here that he can use. And the torpedoes should be spotted any second now. Let's see if any of those actually connect. I mean... Right now, the OM is holding all 3 capture points. That is not good by TWA. It's down to 9 minutes. And the OM has almost 700 points with all 3 caps. And are pushing. They have definitely taken the initiative here. TWA is going to have a major problem dealing with this. Unless they react immediately. They literally need to react immediately. Because the points will be ticking extremely fast. Okay, the Grozavoy just entered A. So that's 1 cap income. Less for the TWA. Sorry, for the OM. Question is, did Greif actually stayed in A? In his full-fledged smoke screen? Or did he leave? I mean, he did. He left, of course. Naturally, he left because the A is getting kept. It's a pretty smart move there. If he stayed, I'm guessing the Blood Legend and the Slaughter would get him killed. I don't know why TWA allowed this gearing to go in here uncontested, completely take their cap and bail without any repercussions. That might have been a bit of a misplay or simply not expecting it, but now the Goat Wizard is back in B cap and he will ass in there as per usual and bait the Mino radar for the first time. Which I'm guessing is going to happen relatively soon. You can see he's already speeding up. That means the radar has been triggered. He's forced to leave. And oh, the torps on the Montana. Icy Cream getting 2 on the side there. I don't know if that's going to be a flooding or not. It wasn't down the middle, but it wasn't actually in the bow. It was somewhere here. That could be the flooding. Oh, that's a nasty grouping. That is a... Oh, the AP takes 2/3 of his HP down. 2 torps for almost all HP. Definitely worth it. In the meantime, the Zao has fallen. Kinimod has got caught by this Hindi Moskva spam and went down. I'm guessing the planes, yeah, torpedo planes. Guessing the planes just kept him spotted and he couldn't disengage. This is a massive problem for TWA right now. This DD gets spotted one more time. And he's gonna be in a serious problem. Ooh, big chunk there. Big chunk by the Icy Cream. Last 2 salvos definitely on point. Definitely on point. I mean, OM has this in a bag. OM definitely has this in a bag so far. They are holding C firmly. They have taken care of the Zao, which might have been their only problem. And now Republic is forced to push in what? A Hindi Moscow? That's never gonna end well. Especially not with the Montana guarding there. In the middle, we have Goat Wizard who has to be extremely careful how he approaches B. And I don't know how much the Moskva can do here because the Montana is covering this as well. And if it all goes to shit, there's always Blood Legend and Biff there in a Minotaur to do anything. Even getting spammed. Well, what the hell is that spam? All the way from there. Yoshi and his Hindenburg now pushing. This is all in. At this point, TWA is like, we are all in, we don't give a crap. If anybody goes down, it's last game anyway. We have A. A is now firmly in the hands of TWA, and they are taking B. I don't know if they're gonna be allowed to take it. Those torps would have resetted everything there. They take B, but it's far too little, probably far too late. They have to find a way to either kill the entire OM, which are very low on HP. But, I mean, 956 points, even with one cap. That is going to tick in the next, I don't know, maybe a minute. Points are going slow, and it's only +2 points. But if either one of these TWA players goes down, the game is over for them. The first one will go to OM. I don't see how they will pull back from this. Because if you can see, these guys are just... I would probably even stop shooting if I were at their points. Oh, some nasty, nasty shots coming on the punt. So he is healing, but I would... Oh, that's a Conqueror. Wow, I thought it was double Hindi. That's a Conqueror. No problem there. He ain't going down anytime soon. He ain't going anytime soon. The Republic has actually said, screw that Moskwa. I'm going right into the sea cap. And the gearing went down. Why did this gearing allow himself to go down? I have no idea. Where's the wreck? What? Where is that wreck of the gearing? Oh, but that's Torps. That's Torps that he can't dodge. Oh, that's the Moskwa down. That's the Moskwa down, and now there's only Goat Wizard there guarding that cap. Oh boy, there's gonna be some side shots, whoever tries to contest it. But what they need to do, what the OM needs to do right now, is just get rid of TWA's Republic, which I think is gonna go down in like seconds here, and that's it. They will have more than enough points. If you take a look, when you kill a ship, you get you lose a 60 points and you gain a plus 40 points, and that's it. The first game goes to OM. Very well played there. Very sturdy game. Very, very sturdy game. Very... No, not 2-1. Very slow. But the first one definitely goes to OM. The caps have been exchanged multiple times. Multiple times. But what I think the TWA has failed to see was that the Greif is just gonna uncontested walk into the, what is that, A cap, and just take it for OM, and that's gonna generate a lot of points for a lot of time, and they had no solution. Even that I think Blood Legend in his Moskwa was there. Yeah, even though he was there, he wasn't very much useful besides shooting with one of the Hindis. I think it was the Recliner or something. That was pretty much the only thing he was doing, just keeping that Hindi busy. But I mean, he couldn't do anything to prevent that cap besides radar. But who will be shooting then? B has been exchanged many times. C has been exchanged a couple, but or not at all. It was basically firmly in the hands of the OM. So one side was completely sacrificial. They were exchanging B, and they lost that A cap, which I think eventually costed the game. And that Zhao getting cut there behind C, that definitely didn't help. Alright, we are now moving into the game number 2, which is going to be Sea of Fortune. TWA